Hello, everyone. Lovely to be with you. Welcome. Just a reminder for whoever hasn't been here for a while that we will be spending initial 15-20 minutes in contemplation, and then you're welcome to explore whatever questions you may have. So just sit comfortably and welcome your experience, whichever way it is. You're welcome to either close your eyes or turn your gaze inward, comfortably seated or whatever position you're in. And invite yourself to sink into presence, to just allow the flow be the flow and the stillness which is not disturbed by perceptions. This is open, effortless, welcoming. And you are that effortless, welcoming. There's nothing for now that you need to accomplish, nothing that you need to attain or fix. It's nothing that you need to figure out in your mind. The universe is universing, thoughts appearing or not. The gentle breath, which is impersonal. It is the universe breathing through this body-mind, through all body-minds, the wind. Whatever appears is like a leaf falling off a tree, dancing in the space, a thought dancing in the space, this aware space. Which is completely unconcerned about the dance of the leaf. Untouched, undisturbed. Sensations may arise within the body-mind. It's the same dance. Nothing ever happens to awareness. The heart of being, the core, the essence, the one and only reality. Aware, effortlessly aware. Aware that it is aware. By its very essence, awareness is aware that it is aware. There are no divisions, no separation in truth. One ocean. So lovely to let go, to sink into presence. Sweetly, gently, kindly. no personal doing. That's an unnecessary add-on, falsehood. The heartbeat, the warmth of the body, the sound of the chime in the yard, the light shining through the window. This is how God appears in this moment. This universal creative expression. We're not separate from that. There is no separation. There is a celebration. So beautiful, so peaceful. Then at times we get distracted by the senses when we believe that there is an external reality. The harmony is disturbed as soon as we return to the belief that there is an external reality. there is the separate entity. So we return to the understanding over and over. And sooner or later, it becomes sort of immediate. Yes, there is no separation. There's no real division between north and south. It's conceptual. Between inside and outside, it's conceptual. Between this and that, it's conceptual. Between me and other, it's conceptual. We return to our experience of being undisturbed, indivisible awareness, presence, Satchit. And in life, we have accumulated beliefs and, more importantly, feelings or cellular reactivities that refer to a separate entity. The cells have registered me is separate from the other. Over time, the vasanas, the residuals, the residues of the sense of separation, the residues of ignorance, deeply rooted in the body-mind, reactions, fears, worries, a sense of I am here and not everywhere. But we have been gifted life experiences which trigger these residuals, triggers these reactions, triggers these emotions, and brings them up to the surface, into the fresh air, where they can be seen. And in this seeing, there is understanding. And there is the option not to feed that vasana, not to take the next step, to be still and invite it to reveal itself fully. It's an open invitation without a personal intention to get rid of anything, to fix anything. To be not knowing with whatever appears within the body mind. Not to be so quick at engaging the mind in its habitual tendency to appear as if it knows, because we don't know. To meet our body mind in open not knowingness. Allow the wind to dance with the leaf. It's cosmic dance. You are this cosmic dance. All is this cosmic dance arising in this aware, awake emptiness as one. So we can use our life experiences as the yoga of living, the understanding, the yoga of the understanding living itself through us. The rest of life is a gentle play, sweet and playful mystery. We are children in the playground. So if you have any questions, anything that you would like to explore, you can raise your hand. There is a react button in the an icon at the bottom of the screen where you can raise your hand. It has the shape of a heart. So, any questions?
Hi, Magdi.
Hello, Patrick.
I um I would like to explore something with you. I had a poor sleep last night and some dreams, and kind of woke up feeling like an emotional hangover, you know.
Mhm.
And and so I've been playing with this because oftentimes when I'm feeling blissful, I almost want challenges to arise just to test this blissfulness. Is it based on my circumstances, or am I really deeply seated in knowing? And so today's been a bit of a gift, because the old grouchy Patrick is back. The one that has these internal dialogues and judgments, and crankiness is the best way to describe it. And so on one hand, I'm seeing it as a gift, but I'm also trying to explore where it's coming from. And my sense is um, that I still haven't learned how um, to articulate boundaries to people. I get a sense that these kind of frustrations arise out of my needs not being met somehow, or that sense of being taken advantage of by other people. Whereas the old Patrick would have kind of allowed that to happen, the new Patrick tends to isolate and avoid setting up boundaries. So I wonder if you have any insights into this. Like, do you still have bad days from time to time where you just feel cranky, and how do you work with that? And do you use it as an opportunity to learn something about yourself, or
Yeah, there is the art of living, right? I mean, it's dynamic. It's unpredictable. What may appear to you, what circumstances, what situations, but there is the exploration, the learning and the experimentation, how to navigate what really resonates for you. Are you, what are you pursuing? What are you engaging in? From what place are you engaging in? Sometimes some situations, throw you off kilter. Like, for example, in my case, losing Tara, very big event in my life, where it sort of brings a lot of new questions, new situations, and new relationships. So there's a new situation, and so to sort of be inwardly looking, like you shared like very nicely about, you mentioned maybe not setting boundaries, appropriately according to what resonates deeply for you. So that would be part of, the art of living. There is the old me patterns, and there is, as a way of speaking, the new self, meaning this wakeful awareness, and how to live uh, according to that. So yeah, it's when you get disturbed, I take it as an invitation to take a look. Definitely not to hold on to any images or ideas about you. That is pure ignorance. To know what you are. I am whatever on the other side of this, or I am this, or I am that. All that is not the right direction. It's ignorance. Being is, and whatever's appearing on the screen can be just a very harmonious flow, or can bring some questions to be explored. Why not? You see what I mean?
Yes, thank you.
So not to harbor any Patrick ideas or images, but Patrick, spiritual or otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Just how we are meeting right now, right? So when there is some sort of residual unhappiness or some sort of disturbance that arises, whether it's in the night dream and is carried over into the waking state, or remembered in the waking state, then we can take a look. Okay. We know that what gets disturbed is the illusory self. It's just the belief in being somebody is the disturbance. But we're not trying to be nobody or be a perfect anything, right? We're just exploring our experience, or looking, trying to understand, and trying to navigate harmoniously, because the understanding about oneness is already there. We don't need to struggle again, do the old struggles with the separate self. No, we don't need to. Just so what's happening now. Okay, what's working? Are there am I are there certain desires that I'm having that are personal, that are coming from the old, grasping at something? to take a look, just to explore. It's always a fresh moment, fresh exploration, right?
Absolutely.
At some point, yes, you will find that certain events may appear to you, but you are not disturbed. But not to make out of any disturbance, not to feed that into the old structure of I'm somebody who shouldn't be experiencing this and that. I'm somebody who should be like this or like that. Because it's nonsense, right? You see what I mean?
Yes, very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quote that came to my mind was suffering arises to show us where we're still attached.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And that's, thank goodness for that to arise, right? I mean, so we can take a look at. Sometimes we get some clarity, sometimes it takes a little while. So what? The interest is there.
There's,
Interest is
yeah.
that's the key thing.
Yeah, the presumptions are sometimes hidden very deep, like the spiritual presumptions in particular. Like I'm a spiritual person. I shouldn't be angry that someone pulled out in front of me in traffic.
Right.
Those presumptions are deadly to us, I think. Not deadly, but
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, so thank you, Magdi.
It's always in the moment, Patrick. Always in this fresh moment. What where am I acting, reacting, speaking from? What am I from where am I perceiving? What's behind the scene? It could be just this gentle nothing. Nothing behind the scene. Or there could. That's to
Yeah.
discover because there is an interest in yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
Yeah, nice to see you, Patrick. Yeah.
Good to see you.
By the way, how is your book coming? Is it published already or not yet?
Yeah, it's been published. It's just I'm still trying to work out some of the details. It's turning out to be kind of difficult to work with them.
Okay.
Every time I make a change, it takes a few days for it to update, and then I get a new copy and find out there's another mistake. And
Oh,
it's
okay. Process.
been a bit of a process. Yeah, thank you. But
Well,
yeah, I will send one out as soon as I get them.
good luck with it. Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, Nitin. Oh, yes.
Good morning. Good
Hello.
morning, everyone.
Yes, nice to meet you.
So this is my first day on this meetup. So I apologize if my questions are very fundamental. Um, so I've been interested in spiritualism for quite some time. I like to read about it. I like to listen to people's experiences. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I did some readings over a period of time. But I've realized over a period of time, I'm just accumulating knowledge. And the transition from knowledge to personal experience of I would say divine or God or self-realization or enlightenment. So that transition is really not happening.
Mm-hmm.
The whole effort is learning, accumulating knowledge. So it's like just becoming a scholar on topics, but there is no personal experience of that absolute truth. So just want to get your opinion of how we transition towards that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it our own efforts or is it divine has to bless it?
Yeah.
Some master has to bless it. So just wanted to get your opinion.
I'm not interested in sharing with you right now what is the way. Rather, let's explore right now our direct experience. And in time, the path will become clear for you. Because if I tell you the path is this and that and that and that, that's just more knowledge for you. So instead, I invite you to take a look right now and explore in this moment, what do you believe yourself to be right now?
I'm still figuring it out.
Where are you figuring it out? Where are you going to figure it out? Where do you go to figure it out?
Through internal dialogues.
You go to your mind, right?
Yeah.
Correct me if I say something that's wrong or that you don't resonate with, please. Don't just say yes to me. Just say yes if it's clear that it's yes. So you go to your mind, right?
True. Yes.
And your mind is the past. Do you agree with that? It's an accumulation.
Mind is what?
The past is made out of old knowledge.
Correct. True.
But in this moment is not the past, nor is it the future.
True.
Right? And this moment is whatever it is. There is isness, there is some reality in this moment. Whatever it is. There is something rather than nothing in this moment. Whatever that is. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yes. And you agree with that because why? Because you believe that is so, or because you have a direct experience of being right now in this moment, beingness right now in this moment?
Because I don't have the other thoughts.
So in other words, when you look at this moment to say, yes, there is something rather than nothing, you don't go to the past, or nor do you go to the future. You go to this moment and you say, yes, in my experience, this moment is there is something rather than nothing. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes. Yes, the way you put it. Yes.
So there is an experience right now which is not in time. Meaning it's not in the past, it's not in the future, it's not in time. There is an experience right now, a reality right now, something rather than nothing right now. There is an experience right now which is not in time.
True.
And this experience is not the experience of, your neighbor. It's your direct experience.
Yes.
Yes. But it's not a mind experience because mind is made out of past and future, memories, things you've accumulated, knowledge that you've, read and so on, and future plans and thoughts and so on. So it's not mind right now we're talking about, because mind is made out of time. Does that resonate for you?
Yes, absolutely.
So right now, you have a direct experience of something rather than nothing, which is not made out of mind, which is not made out of past, which is not made out of future, which is not in time, and which is absolutely undeniable.
Agreed.
This is what the sages refer to as Sat Chit, being. And I know that there is something rather than nothing, meaning there is Sat Chit, knowingness. So there is something rather nothing is known. There is a knowingness right now. A knowingness about some reality is something rather than nothing. I don't know what it is, but there is being and knowingness.
Yes. Correct.
Good. So when you look at your experience, there are two dimensions to your experience. There is the timeless presence right now, because it's always right now. We never experience a minute before or a minute later, right? It's always right now. So that's an aspect, that's a direct aspect of experience, not a concept, not something I've talked with Magdi and, he said that and therefore I believe him. No, it's your direct experience of being awareness, being meaning amness, and this amness knows it is. That's one aspect of your experience. The other aspect of your experience, actually, I have three aspects. The other aspect of your experience is perceptions. You perceive. You're perceiving right now a screen. You're perceiving sensation, maybe the sensation of hunger or tiredness. And you're perceiving a mountain, or you're perceiving a beautiful bouquet of flowers, whatever. There are worldly perceptions, there are bodily sensations, and there are thoughts. Oh, gee, this is really a beautiful day. Tonight I'm going to make some dal, or I'm going to make some spaghetti, and I'm going to have it. These are thoughts. That's another aspect of your experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these thoughts, what I refer to as perceptions, I refer to as mind, or one aspect of mind, thoughts, perceptions, and sensations, appear right now in the moment, in presence. You don't go back to the past to experience a thought that, I'd like to have spaghetti tonight. The thought appears in being, in presence right now.
Yes.
So in your experience, there is Sat Chit, there is being and awareness. There is something rather than nothing, and I know that there is something rather than nothing. And there are thoughts, perceptions, and sensations, which are like the Maya aspect, the playful, the waves within, or the currents within the ocean. There is the ocean and the currents within the ocean. A cold current, a warm current, right? And there is a third aspect to your experience. The third aspect to your experience is I am Nitin. Am I saying the name correctly? Nitin?
Yes, correct.
I am Nitin. I am Nitin. I am somebody. I am a male entity. I am born in such and such a year. I am born in India. My father is this. My mother is that. My sister, my cousin, my whatever. There is the me. I am Nitin. Let me step back. A minute ago, I said there are perceptions. We perceive bodily sensations. We perceive hunger. We perceive images. When we perceive an image, we perceive a sensation, we're not identified with the image. We're just like, it's a sunny day. Or there's hunger. Oh, okay, let me feed the body. Oh, the car is low on fuel. Oh, let me go to the gas station. There is no identification. There is activity. There is a response or no response. Yeah, I'm feeling tired. Oh, I'll get rest. I'll take a rest after satsang. There is no identification. Coming back to the third aspect of your experience, the third aspect of your experience is I am nitin. This identification. Meaning I am born and I'm going to die. How happy is that? I'm going to work, make a lot of money, and then I'm going to die and I'm not going to take $1 with me. I'm going to have a relationship and I'm going to have a lot of fun relationship, and then she may leave me, for my best friend. How happy is it to be identified? It is unhappy. So the third aspect of your experience is ignorance, what we refer to as ignorance, or the veils, or the shadow, or the misery, the unhappiness. So our entire spiritual journey is about understanding, because understanding dissolves the falsehood. When you understand, oh, no, this is not a snake, this is a rope. The fear collapses. Oh, this is not a thief hiding behind a bush. This is just a shadow. The fear, the worry, the concern, the anxiety. So understanding, there are liberating understandings, and there are non-liberating understandings. So what you are missing is the liberating understanding. In your studies up to now, which is really nice because you have an interest, which is really beautiful, because the interest came to you. You did not choose to be interested. The interest came to you, meaning you have been visited by God, as a way of speaking. It's a very fortunate gift to be visited. The love of truth, to be the seed of the love of truth to be planted within you. But what you are missing is the understanding. The liberating understanding. And the liberating understanding is about the understanding about ignorance and the root cause of unhappiness. Ignorance meaning the identification. I am nitin. I am a male. Yes, there is a male body mind named nitin. Mom and dad, they loved the little boy, baby boy, and they said, this is my beautiful baby. We're going to call him nitin, right? That's the body mind. But are you nitin? You perceive nitin. You perceive nitin's body mind. You perceive thoughts. You perceive bodily sensations. You perceive nitin's car. You perceive nitin's parents and children and family and partners. You perceive nitin. Does that mean that you are nitin? You feel nitin. Does that mean that you are nitin? You perceive your car. Does it mean that you're your car? You feel comfortable in your car. You feel the bouncing of your car when you're driving. Does it mean that you are the car? You need to contemplate. You need to come to certain understandings that can liberate you from ignorance. That's the entire spiritual path. It's about liberation and freedom and drifting the veils of ignorance.
Is a metaphysical experience really when we know we are experiencing that?
The experience of truth, of reality, of God is the experience of awareness. It is the most ordinary experience. In Buddhism, there is a saying, this ordinary awareness is God's awareness, or this ordinary awareness is extraordinary. Do not seek metaphysical experiences, because you already have God's experience available to you 24/7, but you overlook it by seeking something, a personal experience. The most metaphysical experience of God, of truth, of reality, is this formless, transparent awareness right now. Formless, invisible to the senses, this aware presence right now that perceives, yet is not a female awareness or a male awareness or a tall awareness or an Indian awareness or an American awareness or a Japanese awareness. That which it has no phenomenal identification whatsoever, that which is completely non-phenomenal. The reality that perceives right now is God's reality, your reality.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, good. You made very good points. Like liberating understanding is missing. And as you mentioned, a metaphysical experience doesn't mean that is what you need to go to, because it's already out there. I'm just not perceiving it.
Any experience that you remember is not it.
Mm.
It has to be this direct, right now experience. Right now it is. It's not that God is not here, if you don't mind me using the religious language. It's not that God is not here, it's going to appear. No, it's always, always there. How? What is it in our experience right now that is unshakable? What is it? It's not our thoughts. It's not our body. It's not our memories. It's not our family. It's not our tribe. It's not our house. It's not our bank account. What is it that is unshakable in your experience right now? Yes, it is this effortless awareness.
Mm.
The reality which perceives, which is, and knows it is. I am. I know I am. I don't know what I am. In ignorance, we say, oh, I know what I am. I am, blah, 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 fill in the blanks. I'm a great this. I'm a bad that. No, 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 no. No, you're limiting being by saying it is this and not that. No, no. I am, and I know that I am such being awareness, knowingness, being knowingness. In this moment, that is that which is changeless, causeless, absolute. 25/7. Not in time, not subject to conditions, not subject to political events, not subject to body-mind situations.
Yeah. Okay. It's really just in the moment where I just have to effortlessly realize it. It's not out there anywhere. Just
Yes.
I need to perceive it without my mental blocks. Just witness it.
What we do habitually, it's okay. It's God's game anyways, the game of Shiva, is that we travel in time. I am this, I am that, we give reality to the mind. No, reality is consciousness. The mind is playful. It's a gift to enjoy, to celebrate, to create, to have this conversation right now. Right? We needed the computer, we needed the system, we needed the body, we need, right? So the body mind is not to be negated, but not to attribute reality to the body mind outside of consciousness. All is consciousness. Yes? So we can enjoy life and celebrate life according to the universal harmonics. And in terms of understandings, there are many liberating understandings. In some traditions say, oh, you have to attain Kensho or the enlightenment. No, no. Many, many understandings, and they all work somehow to disentangle the ignorance from the body mind.
Okay. That definitely makes sense. I will reflect and contemplate. I made a mental notes, very nice points on some aspect. I'll definitely think about it.
Yes. Nitin, if you can, in the chat box, write your email
Yeah.
so we can send you the recording. You may enjoy revisiting the recording. Okay?
Yeah.
And nice to meet you. Where do you live, Nitin?
I'm in Temecula. Been living here since 20 years.
You're in Temecula.
Yeah.
You're my neighbor. Oh,
Long time.
oh, wonderful. Yeah, I live in Temecula too. Gee, get together for a cup of tea sometime. Okay?
Definitely, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah, I
wonderful.
would like to learn from you.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. Sorry, I took a lot of time. There are other folks who wanted to ask
Oh,
questions.
yeah. We are here together.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Hello, Esra. Nice to see you, Esra. Yes.
Hi, Magdi.
Oh, hi.
It's been a while.
Nice to see you.
I'm sorry to hear about your loss, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
Um, and answering your question, or Patrick's question, you mentioned about exploring what resonance is for you. And I think that piqued my curiosity because it's been something that's just been in my periphery a lot lately. And I just want to ask, how do you go about doing that when there's so many paradigms ingrained in our minds?
Yes, yes. So there are some things that you enjoy, and it's some innocent activities you enjoy, certain things that you like to do. You may want to travel or invite friends, to dinner or go for a walk or learn how to play the piano or something in the arts, So to follow what is happy for you, what resonates for you in terms of, yeah, that'd be fun to do, without like grasping, right? Without it's like, oh, it'd be nice to. So when we live available to inner, it's like an inner message that come to us, not from the sense of separation. Some thoughts like, oh, it'd be nice to, I don't know, just sort of, go for a walk or build a little, buy a piece of land, some cabin, or I don't know, to sort of say, yeah, I'd like to do that and see how. Now, there are other desires that come to you. They come from the comparative mind or the judgmental mind, or I would be better if I, was a musician, be a better person, I'd be more liked, I'd be more celebrated, I'd be more valuable. There are thoughts that refer to me as an entity, and there are thoughts that come from the universe, and there are creative thoughts or celebratory thoughts or contemplative thoughts or practical thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And also sometimes we meet people and there is a resonance where we feel a shared interest, or we may experience a sense of peace and like, oh my God, really, and enjoy. It's just wow, that was nice conversation. Just it's really nice to be with this person. Somehow we feel something, but it's not like, oh my God, they're great, I'd like to be like them, or they're really great, I'd like to be part of their tribe. That's more coming from the sense of me, from the sense of separate entity. So the more we have an understanding about how the mind in ignorance refers to I as me, it refers to awareness, consciousness as the mind, as a personal mind. The more we become, we have an understanding about that dynamic, the less, and it's an unhappy dynamic because it refers to me as a separate entity. I'm lacking something. I must have something in order to be happy. I need to have a relationship and then I will be happy. Or I have personal desires and I need to fulfill those desires, and that's about it. And I'll do anything, sacrifice, I'll say anything, I'll lie as long as I get, my desire fulfilled. The more we have an understanding about the dynamics of ignorance within us, within our body mind, the less power they have on us, and the less interested we are in going in that direction. Because every time we go in that direction of pursuing personal desires that's supposed to deliver the goodies for us, we get disappointed. I mean, over and over. I mean, at some point, we sort of give up. You know what I mean? It's like, okay,
I've experienced that.
right. We've been there so many times. So now we really want just to celebrate happiness. The ease. Even if we're alone, to celebrate being alone. If we're in a relationship, celebrate the relationship. As opposed to when we're alone, we want to be in a relationship. When we're in a relationship, we want to be alone. It's just to celebrate life as it's appearing to you in the simple things in life.
Yes.
Watering your garden. I don't know, like trimming the rose bush. Writing a nice email to a friend. And, so you know within yourself what resonates for you. And the rule, if you want a rule of the thumb rule, or the rule of thumb, I don't know what the expression is, that whenever a thought or an activity is arising out of, oh, I need that to be happy. Whenever a thought is arising from the belief that I'm a separate entity, that is the wrong source. So any activity that you do on behalf of a separate entity, being a separate person, is a wrong activity. It is based on a falsehood. Ezra is the name of the body mind. The body mind is for you to manage, but you are not Ezra. You are the manager of Ezra. You are the caretaker of Ezra. Yes. So whenever you believe you are Ezra, you're limiting, you're reducing yourself as awareness, as presence, as being, to being somebody. Right? You follow?
Yeah. You're cutting off a little bit, but yes.
Yeah. Right. So I am aware. There is being, but I am not somebody. So to live without knowing what you are. Life goes on, does not need for you to define yourself as somebody. You're hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So whenever you refer to yourself as Ezra, you need to press the pause button. Don't act, don't speak, behave from that assumption. Okay. Allow the spontaneity of life. Allow life to express itself through the body mind Ezra without I am Ezra. Right? Like right now, there is speaking going on via the body mind named Magdi, but there isn't I am Magdi. There is whatever there is, but there isn't I am Magdi. Right? There's a freedom, the freedom from being Magdi, from being somebody. You see? It's very beautiful, the freedom. The freedom from being somebody is very beautiful. Right? And so there is the understanding, which is important, the understanding that you are this awareness, you are this invisible awareness. Right now, that which perceives is not a female or a male. Awareness is not male or female, right? Right? The light awareness is not a male. There is an instrument, a female instrument, but awareness is not a female, is not an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
The reality that I perceive is not an instrument. Right? You see? So there's that understanding. And it's always available to you. Always available to you to turn your attention to awareness in this moment. Because you're always aware. There's always awareness. You know what I mean? You can always turn your attention to this genderless, formless awareness. And that's what perceives. That is the I that perceive. I perceive. I awareness perceive. I perceive a hand, and I perceive it's a male arm, and I perceive an image on the screen. Oh, this is the image of Magdi, and this is the image of Ezra. Yes, I perceive, but I'm not this. I'm not that image. I am that which perceives. You see, you can point your finger to Ezra right now. You go ahead, take your index, point your index to Ezra right now. I am not that image. I am that which perceives this image. You see what I mean? I am that which perceives. I am the invisible reality which perceives this image with this beautiful sweater. By the way, it's a really beautiful sweater. I am this invisible reality which is perceiving this image, and this image I know it's Ezra, and this image is Magdi. That's the name of these biocomputers. This is the name Ezra, and up there is Holger and Philomene, Laura. You see, right? This is the name of these forms. These are beautiful forms. I love them all.
I think my mind is like trying to overcomplicate it or make it more complex than it actually is. Like it's almost like I'm when I look at myself and I say like I'm the one that perceives it, not that like that I'm seeing. I'm not like try to disidentify from it. It's almost like it tries to make it something very spiritual or like very complex.
No, it's this ordinary awareness, Ezra. This ordinary awareness. I know the mind complicates things.
Yeah.
I love the term ordinary awareness. Oh my God. I mean,
It's very relieving to hear that because I fell into that a lot. Like also when you were talking to Nitin, just like needing to be somewhere that's very extraordinary with my spiritual
right.
journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look how a river flows. It's just so beautiful. Just a river, a stream flowing. It's just the gurgle of the stream, just some freaking water just running, flowing. It's so beautiful. Or you look at how a branch is swaying in the wind. What's so extraordinary? It's just a branch swaying in the wind, and You watch that, and if you're open to watching this, you say, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful." Yes, ordinary mind is extraordinary. This ordinary awareness. So the peace of being is settled into the peace, right? The mind is very good for functional activities, planning, creative. You can use the mind to express artistic painting. I don't know. The mind is also useful for contemplation, but awareness is, being is right there. This effortless beingness is so peaceful.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Sarah, nice to see you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Any questions? Holger, hello, Holger.
Yes. Hello, Magdi. Such a yummy satsang. What came to mind was this concept: I cannot be what I am aware of.
You
basically the
say some
same.
more? Yeah.
Basically the same that you spoke earlier. That you point to Holger, but
Yes.
the one aware of it. And I just heard this quote in the context of Advaita teachings, and I find this very interesting and I find it very helpful. But I'm still not 100% with it.
Yeah. Let me say something about that. It cannot be that I'm aware of. Yes, you have to understand one thing, Holger, is that most of the teaching is just pedagogical, okay? Because the truth really cannot be expressed in words. You have to sort of take everything that I say, everything that teachers say with a grain of salt. So yes, I perceive the mountain. I'm not the mountain, right? Now, why am I not the mountain? I mean, after all, I'm perceiving the mountain. The mountain is not out there. I'm perceiving my perception of the mountain. So my perception of the mountain is not separate from me. So therefore, given that the perception of the mountain is not separate from me, I am the mountain. So yes, I am not the mountain because I am consciousness perceiving the mountain, but at the same time, I am the mountain because consciousness is perceiving this mountain at zero distance. It's not like consciousness travels, 2 miles and then it sees the mountain and returns and says, "Hey, I just saw the mountain." No, it's immediately perceiving, its perception. And what is this perception? Where is it? It is intimate with consciousness. And where is it arising from? And what is it arising to? It is arising from itself. There isn't like something else outside of it that is manufacturing it and shipping it to, there's a mountain being shipped, from, I don't know what galaxy. No, there's no such thing. So this mountain is arising, is from consciousness to consciousness. This is the creative aspect of God, the creative aspect of reality. That reality is not an empty reality. It is a knowing reality, meaning it's awareness, it's aware, and it's creative. It creates out of itself to itself. So, no, I am not the mountain. I am not that which I perceive. But no, yes, I am the mountain because the mountain is nothing else but myself. The current within the ocean is not separate from the ocean. But if you say, I am not the mountain, yet I am the mountain, you also need to say, I am not the river. I am the river. I am not the clouds. I am the clouds. I'm not the sky. I am the sky. I am not the galaxies. I am the galaxies. So I am nothing. I am no thing, and yet I am everything. Everything. I am nothing, and everything is myself. So all of that is just pedagogical talk, but it's an important talk to come to the understanding. There is an understanding that is available in in what I'm just sharing. But also, there is the understanding that which is and cannot not be is one and absolute. There is none other, and cannot be spoken of. It speaks from itself to itself. So, what does that mean? It means nothing. It's not like there are two people conversing and somebody says something to somebody else and the other person gets it. These two people that are sharing information and sharing understanding, sharing meaning, are within the same ocean. They're the same reality. So be watchful not to hold on to something that you read that says, I am not that which I perceive. You get the understanding and then you let go of the tool. You let go of the messenger. You get the message, you let go of the messenger. You don't hold on to the messenger. You don't hold on to the, okay, I am, you get the understanding, the understanding about consciousness. But there is further understanding. You cannot just attach yourself to one understanding and say, okay, well, this is what I'm going to teach right now. No. It's got to come to a certain globality where there are no more seams. And then the teaching is, there are no words. Which sometimes the rishis speak about as the silent handshake or the final transmission or whatever. Okay, no, I don't want to get too mystical here. Yes, I am not that which I perceive, and I am everything that I perceive. I am nothing and everything. No one and everyone. Because I am that which is and cannot not be. All the waves and currents within the ocean, all the whirlpools within the ocean belong to me. So then there is living this understanding, the exploration of living this understanding. Like, Patrick was speaking with Patrick about, there is it's a dynamic process of living this exploration, but it's nothing at stake, you see, because there is no one to whom there is anything that's at stake. Yes, it's just the harmonics, just the harmony.
Harmonious, balanced interchange.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Holger.
Harmonious, balanced interchange.
Yes.
Something like this. Yeah.
Yes, like waves, how they dance together, or how birds hop from branch to branch. Yes. Nature speaks the truth, doesn't lie.
Beautiful. Thank you, Magdi.
Okay, Holger, nice to see you and chat with you. Hello, Nitin.
One last quick question.
Yes.
Building on the previous conversation, it would be very cool. So one, as you said,
I don't see you. Can you turn on your video if you don't mind? Or? Yes. Yes.
So, as you were mentioning, one is observing point in time, your identity.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you very well. Repeat what you just said.
So as you were mentioning earlier,
yes,
as you're having your I, the ego, your identity, and you're in the current moment, point in time, current moment, which is your awareness. And then in your mind, like you're passively observing just three things in the moment and trying to remove it in between so that you can witness what's out there. But so the mind is going to come no matter what in between. So it's transformation of mind, a very critical component to dissolve what is not needed to progress. So a very deterministic transformation of mind is an attempt needed in spiritualism.
Yes. So we need to define mind, first of all, right? Before we go any further, just to make sure that we are referring to mind in the same way, okay? So in general, mind refers to thoughts. That's in general, thinking, the thinking process. But mind also refers to perceptions and to bodily sensations. So I define mind as the entire realm of perceptions, subtle and gross. There is a gross realm of perceptions. I perceive a mountain, I perceive a tree. There is a more subtle realm of perceptions. I perceive a thought, I perceive an image, I perceive a sensation. So mind has a function, obviously. I mean, we're right now using mind to communicate, using language, we're using computers, etc. So mind has a function. Now, in terms of the understanding about presence, about the timeless, the eternity of consciousness, the eternity of being, in terms of the understanding about the Sat-Chit, this understanding reveals one important piece of information, which is that about reality. This understanding about the nowness, about the eternity of presence, reveals that that which is real is not in time. Because everything that's in time is just changing, a mountain 20,000 years from now, who knows if the mountain will still be there, or 20 million years from now, who knows? The body's, God, 80, 90, 100 years, the body's gone. So, but there is the understanding about awareness, about presence, about the Sat-Chit reveals, there is that which does not change. There is that which is real, not in time and space. So that understanding, reality is non-phenomenal. The reality is not a mountain, is not a body, is not a thought, is not a bank account. Reality is non-phenomenal. So without this understanding, in the absence of this understanding, the default understanding is that reality is the mountain. The mountain is real, the planet is real, matter is real, these bodies are real, blah, blah, blah. And that's the default mode, what I refer to as ignorance. In ignorance, we attribute reality to the body-mind. And we consider consciousness to be a concept. We consider Sat-Chit, presence, being, awareness, to be a concept from the perspective of ignorance. But from the perspective of understanding, no, reality is not in time, because we never experience a minute before or experience later. We're always awareness. It's always being awareness. Images appear and disappear, but that which doesn't appear or disappear, that which is and cannot not be, is non-phenomenal, which we refer to as consciousness, awareness, Brahman, whatever, the absolute reality. So, in terms of the mind, once there is that understanding, the mind, which always attributing reality to the body, to the mountain, to the family, to the tribe, to the country, to that mind is going to be altered, but it's going to be stubborn. It's not going to give up. It's not going to give up its identity, its power. I am that which is real so easily. This is why we need to. One satsang is not enough. We need to sort of go deeper and deeper into contemplation until the mind starts to also get on board. Because there is a liberating understanding. There are understandings that once you understand 2 + 2 = 4, you can no longer say 2 + 2 = 5. Once you understand the planet is not flat, you can no longer go back to the planet, Earth is flat. So there are understandings that alter the mind, but it's not just one understanding. There is a conglomeration of understandings that alter the mind and bring the mind back to order, because the mind is a beautiful tool. It's part of the creation, part of, Shiva's creativity, the creation, and has its function in to a certain extent, in a limited sense, within this waking dream, the human condition, the human dream. So to restore order to the mind, we need to have the understanding about consciousness. So the mind will continue to sort of try to hijack the understanding, but it will fail. Because no matter how hard the mind comes back and says, well, are you really sure 2 + 2 = 4? Yes, 2 + 2 = 4. And it's going to come back again. Wait a minute. Like if you take 1 + 1, it'll try to all sorts of things. It will try over, but it will fail over and over. And at some point, it becomes less and less troublesome. And in time, it becomes a very good puppy. An obedient instrument, a useful instrument that is useful. Like I'm using right now the mind to share what I'm sharing. But the mind then recognizes its master and comes to order. It ceases to be the master.
Basically, you're saying over a period of time, it would, with constant awareness, its activity would subside. But it will align with the primary.
Yes, it will align itself with the understanding. It will align itself with consciousness.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And it's an exploration, it's a process, it's fueled by our interest and love for truth. In the absence of the interest in truth and understanding, then okay, there's nothing much to say. You do the best you can with your... Right?
Cool. Thank you very much.
Okay, Nichin, nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Well, yeah, thank you all. Sorry for going over time. Lovely to be with you all. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Magdi.
Yeah, nice to see you all. Yeah, Patrick and everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you.
Right. Thanks, Marty.